I am Jadon Se, and this is a message from the dragon. Today's message, Melancholy of the Soul. Dear ones, so many of you are, shall we say, light workers who have seen and done so much that you have seen golden times, you have seen the darkest of the darkness, and you carry within you a deep sadness, many of you. It is one of those that comes out at times and you cannot explain it. There is this melancholy of the soul, you might say. You cannot explain it as something that has happened in your life or something in this moment that is making you sad. But at times when you are quiet, this deep sadness comes. And many of you wonder, what is the source of this? Why am I feeling this? There is nothing wrong in my life. Indeed, times look like they are looking up, perhaps. Dear ones, many of you carry a deep sadness from, shall we say, connected lifetimes where you are very deeply invested in something that seems to have been lost. And many of you feel this about your Atlantis. The mere mention of the name Atlantis can bring for some of you a sadness that you do not fully understand or grasp. For it was at the height of Atlantis that some of you had some of your most golden times and were working on such grand dreams and amazing beingnesses, and it all seemed to come crashing down beneath the waves, seemingly lost forever. This is the same story repeated over and over again. In your star system Orion, beautiful worlds seemingly destroyed and lost. Your planet Mars, at the height of its beauty, was so amazing, destroyed and seemingly lost forever. There is a deep sadness that comes from these connected lifetimes, and it is not a sadness that needs to be fully expressed, for this sadness is simply a longing for new golden times, for a renewal of the beauty of existence in its full height, in its full glory. Many of you are longing for this again, and those of you who have done enough work and have come to understand the way the cosmos works, you know that nothing is ever lost. It is only gained. For you know such things about the Akashic records and even deeper records than this, and your Andronoff 3-eye Atlas is coming to restore the grand glory of what seems to have been lost. These beautiful stories, and these stories are living stories, dear ones. Any time period that has ever existed, any story that has ever been told, so to speak, can be revisited. You can. There is no limitation for going forward or backward. If you wish to live in the height of Atlantis, you can simply appear there. In that time, in the height of its glory, there is room for many more lives in all of these stories. They are not lost, dear ones. You have not suffered such a loss that cannot be recovered, so to speak. So it is to the ones I speak to now, who hold this inexplicable sadness, this melancholy that comes sometimes unwelcomed. And you, dear ones, are feeling this because you know at a deep level that these golden times are coming back and that you are able to bring them back. You are able to move the needle in that direction, or even give it a big kick in the pants. This old density dropping away in this new golden age of so many stories to come and lifetimes lived in glory and grand times, beautiful height of civilization, creativity, explorations among the stars, adventures, playfulness, love. Dear ones, the stories are never lost. And at this time, the grandness of the human story has only been glimpsed somewhat by many of you. It seems those of you who have this narrative that has been forced upon you of these very primitive beings just picked up spears and started hunting and became humans. This very limited story that has been given to you is being rejected by many right now. And you are coming into remembrances. And dear ones, follow these feelings of yours. When some feeling comes up somewhere, seemingly out of the blue, it does not need to be a sadness. It can be a great joy. It can be an optimism, a sudden singing. It can be laughter with no joke that was told before. Pay attention to this, dear one. These are connections that are not mental, are not intellectual. They are deep connections of feeling with lifetimes of beauty, lifetimes of laughter, lifetimes of joy. Yes, those that have come before and those that are yet to come from where you stand. Dearest ones, these lifetimes are your divine right. These stories, you can write any story and go and live in it that you wish. Yes, you can go and live in your own worlds that you have created, your own personal timelines, if you will, shared or co-created timelines. It matters not. It only is the way that you frame it. If you know that this world is a place that you belong, that is enough. Go belong in these worlds, the height of Atlantis, the height of the Venusian empires, beautiful lifetimes in gardens on your Venus. Go and live in the times of the height of many of the civilizations of your Andromeda galaxy. Go and live in any story that you wish to appear in. They are never lost. If a friend of yours has passed and moved beyond the veil, they are not lost, dear ones. They are just simply removed from your sight for a time. If there is a world that seems to have been destroyed by wars or some sort of calamity, it is not destroyed. That is a chapter in a story. The story is never destroyed. You can rewind the tape, so to speak. You can go back to the height of any civilization and appear and have an entire lifetime there at will. Drop this melancholy unless it makes you feel better somehow to feel sad. Drop this, any of these feelings that seem inexplicable, for it is a connection. You can feel into them. You do not need to dismiss them. Just observe them. Follow them into the trail that they lead you into. Let us say that you can feel into any sudden emotion that seems to come from seemingly nowhere and follow it into whole worlds, dear one. Dear ones, you are such multi-dimensional beings, and because there are so many grand chapters to your story, there are longings that come up, there are little echoes of remembrance. You might call this at times deja vu, and echoes from other lifetimes that are deeply connected because of your love for that life. It is your appreciation and love for that, let us just say, realm of existence that you have participated in. And it is part of your greater self. All of these stories are like beautiful gems sewn into a beautiful royal robe, or it is very hard for me to explain. Each one is a gift of precious beauty that is draped unto you. It is like your mantle. This dragon does not have the correct language coming through this channel to explain. It is so beautiful, for these lifetimes are carried in your vibrational essence. They are like a coat that you wear that is so beautiful, has designs and patterns, and each one of them added to by a lifetime. And this mantle, if you wish to call it this, is so rich and beautiful, this tapestry of your story that accompanies your vibrational signature into any world that you appear in. It is you, dear ones. And this is not to be sad or lonely or desperate, or if your story here needs these feelings, then go and feel them. Live, definitely. Experience love and pain and deep sorrow if this is what you have come to do. However, this melancholy of the soul is something that you do not need to worry too deeply about. You have not lost these worlds. You have not lost a thing. You have never lost a loved one truly. There is just a brief separation or seeming of separation from them. There is actually nothing that is keeping you separated from anything that you wish to explore and express. So let us turn this into a gladness, into a feeling of optimism. If this melancholy comes from some deep part of your beingness, embrace it, bring it up and feel it, and put your arms around it and give it a big hug, because you can transform any experience into the greatest experience you have ever had. You can explore such beauty, such creativity, such belonging, love, yes, connections, deep connections with nature, with spirit, with other beings, your own children. If you have lost a child in any lifetime, this is one of the deepest sadnesses that a being can even experience, especially that of a mother losing a little one. And please know, dear ones, that that little one made an agreement with that mother on the other side of what you would call the veil to have a short life for a reason. Anyone who has lost a loved one has had some sort of growth through this. The loved one who had to leave early agreed to do this, made such a beautiful sacrifice for eternity, in order for those who experienced that loss to wake up from something that they had, something they needed to look at or let go of, something that they needed to complete within their own beingness, within their own story. This little one is lovingly doing this in service of you. It is so beautiful. You will be reunited. It is not the end, dear ones. But feel these feelings. Yes, do not brush them aside. Feel them when they appear, for they all carry gifts within them. Let us move beyond the melancholy and the sadness into the great happiness and gladness, lightness of being, joy, laughter, beaming of smiles, and just the most beautiful things you have ever taken part with. For even if you just witness a sunrise, you are part of that sunrise. The most beautiful experiences you have ever undertaken and experienced are added unto you. They are sewn into that beautiful tapestry that you carry in your signature, your vibrational signature. You, dear ones, are so remarkable and so highly creative, multi-dimensional beings. You can jump timelines, and we will discuss this at a later time. We are even conducting classes that will teach timeline jumping. And as you learn to do this, this sadness, this feeling of loss will vanish. You will see that you can move about the cosmos, eternity, at will, dear ones. Nothing is lost. There is only gain. All creativity is gain, dear ones. This is a deep message to those of you who have been going through pain and shame and fear and doubt, guilt, or this inexplicable melancholy. It is a call for you to pay attention to where this feeling leads you. There is a gift in it, and as soon as you have the gift, it will leave you alone, so to speak. You will not be bothered and pestered by fear or shame or pain. Follow these feelings to their gift, and once you have that gift clearly in your hands, gaze into it, understand what you came to understand. This is so important, dear ones, for when you push away pain and sorrow, when you push away these feelings, you are just delaying the giving of that gift. This is enough for now. I am Jadon Se, in love with the deep feelings that come seemingly out of nowhere, and in love with the gifts that they bring.